If you're looking for flagship active noise cancellation headphones and don't want to break the bank, then you might want to consider the Edifier WH950NB. These over-the-ear wireless headphones come with high-res audio wireless certification and also come in at £180 in the UK and $180 in the US. In this video, which has been sponsored by the manufacturer, I'll be covering everything you need to know about them so that you can make your own informed purchasing decision. So to kick things off, let's talk about connectivity. And given these are wireless headphones, it's no surprise to learn that these have got Bluetooth built in, more specifically version 5.3, which of course is backwards compatible. Here it means that you can walk roughly 10 meters away from your source device without incurring any sort of dropouts. Now in terms of the codecs, officially Edifier states that you've got the SBC and the LDAC codecs to choose from. The latter is certainly impressive, as it allows you high-res audio playback. Indeed, that is why you have got that certification. This means that it reduces the overall transmission loss and will give you a better overall audio reproduction. So it's certainly something that you'll want to enable, which I'll showcase very shortly via the app. Now the LDAC codec is going to be available for anyone that has Android 8 Oreo or above, or of course if you have a Bluetooth dongle that does support the LDAC codec. Now for those who don't, it will divert to the SBC codec, which is the lowest quality codec out there on the market. Now with that in mind, I did also notice that the AAC codec was present on my Bluetooth menu. I'm not really sure why the manufacturer has omitted it altogether, or including why certain other reviews out there on the internet have actually mentioned that the AAC codec is not supported, because it is very much present on my Bluetooth developer options. And I was able to select the AAC codec without incurring any sort of problems either. Now aside from all of this, I would like to point out that the headphones can simultaneously pair up to two different devices. For example, a laptop and a smartphone, which can be quite handy if you regularly switch between the two. However, it is worth considering that if you're going to be utilizing the highest quality LDAC codec, this functionality will not be available for you. Now, apart from that, I would like to also mention that these headphones have got a 3.5mm auxiliary jack, and there is a cable provided in the box. This allows you to use the headphones without actually draining any of the battery. With that said, you have got the ability to run active noise cancellation simultaneously while having the headphones connected over the auxiliary jack. This is very much useful if you're going to be on an airplane, for example, and therefore means that you can still benefit from listening to your favorite tracks or watching a movie, while also benefiting from active noise cancellation. However, I would like to point out that the USB Type-C port is used for charging only, and therefore means that you cannot route audio through said port, for example if you're charging it and connected over to a desktop computer or a laptop. So now that you understand how the headphones connect, let's talk about sound quality. And here they have got a frequency range from 20Hz up to 40 kHz, therefore giving it that high-res audio certification. Now the manufacturer claims that the WH950NB has a 40mm composite titanium film driver that delivers exceptional sound. It accurately presents natural and balanced audio for all genres of music. While the headphones are also ideal for providing next level sound with more excellent resolution and cleaner sound. Effectively, the headphones will do well across the sound frequency range, giving you an engaging and punchy sound signature.
So what about when it comes to recording quality? Well, everything you can hear right now is coming directly from the headphones, which have got 4 built-in microphones. Now for me to demonstrate as to how it performs in both a quiet and noisy environment, I'll be facing my bookshelf speakers and playing back a track. It's from Priya J and it's titled Like Me, and hopefully you'll be able to hear my voice over Priya J's vocals. And if I go quiet, so hopefully that gives you a little bit of an indication as to how the headphones would perform in a real world scenario, and I'd be curious to know what you make of the recording quality down the comment section below.
Past its recording capabilities, let's talk about active noise cancellation. And indeed, the WH950NBs have got ANC technology. You've got a few different modes to choose from as well. For example, ambient sound, which allows you to hear your surroundings, which is quite handy, for example, if you're crossing a road. And you've got a wind reduction mode, which does exactly what it says on the tin. Better still, you've got the ability to toggle on or off active noise cancellation for certain different scenarios. And indeed over here, these headphones do cancel out quite a lot of noise, allowing you to focus on your music or indeed whatever you're going to be listening to via the headphones. Moving on, we get onto the Edifier Connect app, and here you can see through the main interface the battery level indication. As for the top left hand side, the high-res audio wireless logo will be illuminated only when you have LDAC enabled. You can also see what is playing, and you can quickly flick through the different active noise cancellation modes. As we flick through, you have also got the classic and the dynamic EQs, which are preset by the manufacturer, and then you have got a 4-band EQ. Now here you've got 4 different levels of adjustment, where you can actually adjust any sort of frequency that you wish to your heart's content. If you do want to adjust the frequency bands which are next to the frequency, for example, if you wanted to adjust 2 kHz and also adjust 3 kHz and also 1 kHz, then you might want to play around with the Q factor, effectively see it as to how severely the graph is being affected. There's some more information about this from the manufacturer via the app. It's great to see such degree of customization, and it also allows you to save your EQ. Now, in order to have the best sort of audio playback, you'll want to go on the music mode. If, however, you want a bit more spatial audio sound, you'll want to go on to theatre mode, and as for game mode, it will reduce the overall total system latency. Although in my case, I had no problems whatsoever while running on the music mode, and therefore while listening back to certain songs and also watching movies on YouTube. In order for you to control the headphones, you'll want to go on the control settings. And here the headphones have got a physical button where you can single press, and therefore you can choose as to what the actual button does. You've also got double press and also press and hold. It's good to see that you can enable or disable said functionalities. Now, I did cover this before, but the LDAC codec will want to be enabled if you want the highest audio playback, and you might want to go on the sampling rate of 96 kHz in order for you to really optimize audio quality. Now, the dual device connection will not be available in said functionality, in other words with LDAC enabled, but if you do not want to run LDAC, or of course if you're running a different device, then you might want to connect up to 2 different devices, you'll want to enable said functionality. In order for you to adjust the prompt volume, you can do so via this menu. You can also enable or disable safe volume, which is quite handy, specifically if you have kids. You can also power off the headphones directly from the app, and also enable or disable a shutdown timer. Finally, you can also disconnect the Bluetooth or repair it, and also perform a full factory reset or look at the user manual. Now, moving on from the app, let's talk about its build quality. And here the headphones are available in a black or ivory finish. The former, of course, is pictured. There are a few physical buttons positioned on the right side ear cup, which allow you to control the headphones, and there's that USB Type-C port, which is used for charging only. On the left ear cup, you have got the 3.5mm auxiliary input. Now, the headphones themselves have got good degree of adjustment, not only in terms of the headband itself, but also the cups, which can be rotated inwards and also pivoted as well, allowing you good sort of flexibility no matter the sort of scenario that you're going to be in. Speaking of which, you have got a hard shell carrying case, which allows you to protect the headphones from the elements, or of course if you're just going to be placing it in a bag. Now, in terms of the overall comfort, the headband is pretty cushiony soft, and so are the ear pads. I had no problems whatsoever while wearing reading glasses for longer periods of listening. Now, in terms of the overall playback time, you have got 55 hours that's quoted by the manufacturer, although that's with active noise cancellation disabled. With it enabled, it drops down to 34 hours, which is still very impressive for a set of wireless headphones. Now, in terms of the overall charge time, it'll take you roughly 1.5 hours, but if you are strapped for time, you can plug them in for a short 10-minute blast of charge, and that will give you a whopping 7 hours of playback. So there we have it. Hopefully you've enjoyed my detailed overview of the Edifier WH950NB. I'd be curious to know what you make of them down in the comment section below. And of course, if you have appreciated this video, definitely do consider dropping a like, subscribing and hitting that bell notification, all of which would be greatly appreciated. As such, I've been Totally Dubbed, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and goodbye.